Until recently, Kamala Harris was considered one of the least popular vice presidents in recent history.
Terrible.
But in a surprising turn of events, her approval ratings have surged dramatically. What's behind this sudden shift? And what does it mean for her chances in the 2024 election?
We will win.
Let's dive into the data and explore how Harris went from underdog to a formidable contender. Kamala Harris's approval rating fell into negative territory in mid-2021 and had been hovering around -5 since then. In June 2023, NBC claimed she was the least popular vice president since the 1980s, with only 32% of respondents having a positive view of her compared to 49% negative and 39% very negative. For context, previous vice presidents like Mike Pence, Joe Biden, Dick Cheney, and Al Gore had significantly better approval ratings during their terms. Mike Pence had a net approval rating of -7, Joe Biden +1, Dick Cheney +23, and Al Gore +15. Harris's poll numbers were consistently behind those of President Joe Biden, who had an approval rating around -1% for most of the last 3 years, and also behind former President Trump. However, as the presumptive Democratic nominee, Harris's poll numbers have improved dramatically. While she might still lose if the election were held today, her approval rating has surged past Trump's in recent days, rising 10 points in roughly as many days.
And we are the underdogs in this race.
This shift has changed the political landscape significantly. Recent national polls suggest Harris's net approval rating is now nearly 0. This improvement is better than Trump's current net approval rating of about -10. In terms of voting intention, Harris is performing better than Biden. For instance, a New York Times Siena College poll shows Harris just 1 point behind Trump among likely voters, whereas Biden was 6 points behind Trump in a previous poll. Harris has gained substantial ground with ethnic minorities and younger voters while losing only a negligible number of older voters. She is particularly strong with black voters and those aged 18 to 34. Importantly, Harris is also doing significantly better than Biden, with independent and undecided voters. Despite her national improvement, Harris still faces challenges in key swing states. Polls suggest she is still a couple of points behind Trump in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Georgia. She is level with Trump in Wisconsin, but 5 points behind in Arizona. However, these state-level polls do not account for third-party candidates like RFK Jr., who seem to hurt Trump more than Harris. In her first campaign speech, Harris focused on economic issues and abortion rights, which polling suggests are savvy moves. Voters don't blame Harris for inflation as much as they do Biden, and the American economy is currently strong. Harris also has a big lead over Trump on the issue of abortion, which has been an effective topic for Democrats in recent elections.
We trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do.
One issue Harris needs to avoid is immigration, where Republicans have a significant lead over Democrats. Harris has been tagged as Biden's border czar, a label that Republicans could exploit. If she can navigate this issue successfully, she looks well placed to challenge Trump in November. Kamala Harris's recent surge in approval ratings has changed the dynamics of the upcoming election. While there are still hurdles to overcome, particularly in swing states and on immigration issues,
He's a radical left lunatic.
her newfound popularity and strategic focus on key issues could make her a formidable candidate in the 2024 presidential race.